Hello, my name is Jamie Lee. I am a coach. I work with smart, ambitious women who hate office politics, and I help them get promoted and better paid without throwing anyone under the bus. Now, as we gear into 2021, yep, it's just around the corner, I want to help as many of you as possible feel prepared for these year end or beginning of the year conversations. And the best way to feel prepared is to have a bigger perspective. And one of the best ways to have a bigger perspective is to understand the whole of your career, understand where you are and what happens in that career. And so today I'm going to explain to you the 8 phases in everyone's career. I've also experienced each of these phases, and my clients have too. So in the very beginning, when we're just starting out, of course there's no recognition. We're just starting out. And so there's usually no conversation. And over time, because we're smart, because we're competent, recognition starts to come in from our bosses, from our peers. But we haven't yet learned that we're supposed to speak up and engage in conversations about what we want. And so there's no conversation, so we don't have what we want, whether that's additional resources, a promotion, a different working arrangement, or transition into another team. And over time, we wisen up to the fact the squeaky wheel gets the oil. You gotta ask, you gotta speak up, right? But we still don't know how to make our ask very specific and concrete enough. And because people cannot read our minds, we don't ask in a way that helps us get exactly what we want. But over time, we get wiser, we get smarter, and so we understand, all right, if I want a promotion, I gotta ask for it. But they say no. And this is just part of the process. Nothing has gone wrong here if you hear no. In fact, the more ambitious you are, the more you ask, the more no you will hear, and that's okay. Because every no is an opportunity to understand, to better understand what is in the interest of the people who say no, what their objections are, how you can address them, or maybe you need to ask different people at a different time. So you study that no, and over time, you finally get to yes. But that's not what solves the problem, right? Because they can say yes, but it can be a non-committal yes. It's not a commitment yes. So there's no follow through. That happens. So this really is a no, right? And also they say yes, they start, and then they stop implementing your idea, your ask. And I'd imagine some of you, this happened because of COVID-19. They started implementing what you wanted, but things came to a screeching halt because of things beyond your control, like the pandemic, or like a key person in your team leaving without you having known that that was going to happen, and that was part of your plan. This is something that happened to one of my clients who wanted to move to operations, and then the chief operations officer decided to leave the company, go work for a different company. And so it wasn't her fault, but really, even though they said yes, it's not going to get implemented. That's okay. That's still part of your career. That's part of the process, because over time you finally make the ask really concretely specific enough. You ask the right person, you understand the timing, you understand the other parties that are involved, and the timing works out for you, and you follow through. You make sure you understand exactly what needs to happen, and you stay committed throughout the whole process. So you ask, you get what you want, it is implemented. And over time, right, you are honing your process. You're honing your skill, your strategy, and talking to as many people as possible, letting them know what it is that you want, how you see you can add the most value. And so the 8th phase is people start seeking you out for exactly what you want, because you're known for it. You're a known entity. You're a thought leader, and you get to say yes. You get to say yes. You get to say no. And I have talked to clients, and when I explain these 8 phases, my clients say, "Oh, I've had every single one of these happen at my job." Or sometimes, I'm here, and then I'm back in phase 4 or 5, And it's about troubleshooting. It's about better understanding, like, is it the strategy? Is it really office politics? Or is it a misunderstanding? Is something that we just need to better understand. And this is what I help my clients do so that they can show up to the conversation empowered, prepared with the best strategy, and knowing that no is just part of the process. Look, from 1 through 6, it's all no's, really. And that's okay. No doesn't mean that something has gone wrong. No doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. No just means that you are on track to number 7, number 8. But you see what needs to happen. You got to keep asking. You got to keep engaging. You got to keep speaking up for what you want. And that is what I will help you do. So if you want expert in your corner to help you engage in these conversations so that you are best set up for success, reach out to me, book a consult, and I will help identify your blind spots. I will help identify strategies, actionable strategies that you may be able to implement right away. Or if there are problems, I will help you understand exactly what you can do to work through those problems so you can get to yes, that is implemented, and help you get bolder, braver, and better paid in 2021. I invite you to book a consult, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.